gonna give it till about 2:05. Hopefully people can get logged in. I've put the information, just the worksheet I'm going to be talking from up on my screen. I'm going to send this to you in an email as well, but this is just a couple of updates since our last office hours and kind of some more stuff to go over just to kind of touch on and make sure you guys know. So if you have any questions from that, you can go ahead and ask. Like I said, I'm going to give everyone about 3 more minutes and then we'll get started. Hey, Miss Dancy, how are you doing?
Good afternoon. Doing great. And you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
I think I'm going to go ahead and start. I am recording this, so I will be sending the recording out to you guys as well as the information's updated sheet, both the web author and the adding staff to web author PowerPoint and a blank W-9 for you in case you need that. Are you did all of you submit applications before from ARPA?
I'm not sure.
Well, this is for this one specific is for the retention bonus and the health and safety bonus. You would have if you had gotten that for any staff members last round. I think Ms. McCrae, maybe it was like we are right on the deadline with you, but we'll get this taken care of for you guys so you can submit for your staff. Okay, so I'm going to get started. My name is Sarah White. I'm the inclusion coordinator here at the ELC. I've also taken on this role as the ARPA administrator for these particular grants. I will say that Ms. Lexi, who is our TPD manager, she will have another kind of presentation regarding curriculum, grants, and classes that we're going to provide stipends on. That's probably going to be around the first of the year. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys know. So I'm going to start. So this is kind of the same thing we did with the last round where you give your employees that started after July 1st, 2022, they can get the retention bonus and the health and safety bonus. So I first want to say, as I said last time, that I'm trying to make sure that you guys get all the staff that's eligible for these bonuses uploaded as soon as possible. Anything that's uploaded through midnight on 11:30, which is Thursday, I will get approved on Friday so that I can send everything over to fiscal and they can get their money before the holidays. That was really important to me. I can't extend that deadline just because they're, you know, super busy with end of year stuff in the finance department. But I wanted to say that anything that comes in up until midnight on November 30th, I will get submitted on that Friday. Now that doesn't mean that you can submit your profile on 11:30 at midnight, because the profile still has to be reviewed by me, has to go through an approval process, then it has to get approved, then you have to upload all the information required for your staff. So I suggest and hope that you can get everything done. If you haven't done your application yet, that you go ahead and get that done and get approved. Because anything that's not done by, I would say tomorrow, maybe, we're not going to make that deadline. So just wanted to let you know that. So the two bonuses is the $500 for the retention bonus. It's any staff that has worked for you since July 1st of 2022 and has completed at least 120 hours of employment. Now that's paid on the books for staff members' employment. That's not volunteers. That's not, I mean, you know, some people have subs that are there 20 hours a week. So that would, they would.
Thank you, sweetheart. All right. Have a good
they would be eligible. So what you have to do is, and I'll get to how you go through all this later, but what I need from them would be a confirmation of that 120 hours of employment. You can submit a letter on your letterhead from your center. You can submit kind of their payroll record. You can print out their, you know, their hours they clocked in and clocked out, wherever you pay payroll from. But that has got to be official. It can't just be them saying that they've worked. I have to have some kind of documentation. Same goes for the health and safety bonus. If they started working for you after July 1st, 2022, they are eligible for this $700 health and safety bonus if they have taken the health, safety, nutrition course provided by DCF. Now, if they have taken it and they took it back in 2019, they took it back in 2018, they took it back in 2010. As long as that is showing on their transcript that they have passed the competency exam, they're eligible. Just they have to have started working for you after July 1st. So we're accepting that as just as long as they started working for you after July 1st. Anybody have questions?
Is that the exam on the computer or the one that you have to go to the building?
Yeah, the one that you have to go and take in person, the actual competency exam. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And that would show on their DCF transcript that they've taken that. And I know there's a couple of courses. It's like health and safety. There's a couple classes on DCF that you can take for in-service, but it's got to be the health, safety, nutrition course. It's the DCF course HSA that's required.
I know the test is not, they're not taking the test until, I think it's next week or week after.
Yeah, there's not any available, but if they started working for you after July 1st, as long as they've taken the course and the in-service shows on their transcript, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So just a couple of updates for all staff that you add. You have to have a signed W-9, which would have their information on it, their personal information, their social security number, and their signature. Please make sure there's a sign, because when we hit deadlines like this, I don't want to have to come in on Friday and send something to you that has to be signed, and then they're not there that day. You know, so I'm telling you now, please make sure those W-9 forms are signed. You also have to upload a current background screening on them, and you have to upload a direct deposit form printed from their bank website or their banking app. That is fine as long as it has the name and the bank number and their account number. As long as their name's on it, it just has to have something that's official from the bank. You can also upload a copy of a blank check, just have them write void on it. That'll have their name, account number on it, and routing number for the bank. We will no longer accept handwritten. So the only handwriting that can be on that form is their signature. If there's a line at the bottom for them to sign, they must sign that. We had a lot, you guys, I don't know how many of you guys had that same experience last time, but what was happening is that we were uploading it from the account numbers that were just put in. And then some of those people would leave when we couldn't get account numbers, and it was just a mess. So this is why we're requiring an actual statement from the bank via, how you go in there and set direct deposit up, or you can print it from the app, that's fine. Those two, well, actually all three of those, they have to have the staff member's name on them. Like I can't use a checking account for Fred Smith if the staff member is Jane Doe. That person has to be on that account. The only exception to that would be is if you as the director or whoever does your payroll can say, yes, this is the account that they get their payroll into, then I can use that. But it has to be, their name has to be there on the account. That's just for our protection. I mean, I know no one's going to not want to have someone put money in their bank account for them, but also I don't want to put money in someone's bank account that's not correct. And I don't want somebody saying, hey, that person's not authorized. I don't know who that is. And they didn't get the money, and if they did, it's a mess. So please make sure that their name is on anything that comes from the bank. Make sure it's on their current background screening and on the W-9. If someone got married, say their name is Clara Jones on their background screening, and they got married to someone with the last name of Owens. If their names are not matching, I just need either a marriage license or some kind of documentation telling me why. Like I know with transcripts, someone could not have taken any DCF courses for 4 or 5 years, and their transcripts and their old name, and they got married. I just need documentation of that. Like I said, it's just to cover us. I don't want to put money in the wrong account and then not be able to get it back. And then please, when you're uploading the documents, the W-9, the current background screening, the direct deposit form, the 120 hours, and the health, safety, nutrition. When you upload it, you'll name that document. So say I have the example, Sarah White direct deposit, or Sarah White W-9, or Sarah White background screening. Because what happens is, if for some reason it doesn't get uploaded under the staff member for whatever crazy reason, all your files are still uploaded, and I can pick that out. If I have 45 files to go through and they're all just say direct deposit this, that, they don't have that person's name, it's very, very time consuming. So if you could please make sure you name those files, that would be greatly appreciated. And then a couple of other notes, just I said this last time, but if a staff member received both bonuses the last round, so say they worked at a different center and they got the retention health safety bonus there, they're not eligible again, only one time. If they only got one of the bonuses at their other center, say they got their retention bonus, but they hadn't taken the health safety nutrition course yet, then they left and then they came to you and they've taken the health safety course and it's on their transcript, they're eligible for the one they didn't get before. They're just not eligible for ones that, if they got them before, they're not eligible. So we encourage you to please get your applications submitted. That way I can approve them and get these people their money by the holidays. We do have until June 30th. So anybody that you hire from now till June 30th, you can enter them as you go. I'm just trying to, everyone's crazy in the summer. Everything's busy in the summer. I'm trying to get it to where I've got as many in there, especially the provider applications in there and approved. So all you have to do is upload versus me having to approve, all of that stuff. And that's pretty much of that. I'm going to send everybody this document in your email along with the recording, but I'm going to send it to you so that you have this documentation just, so you can look at it. A couple other questions I was getting were if somebody
we started rough, but we improved, and I'm so proud of you.
If somebody left, say they worked for you up until last Friday and they left, they're not eligible. They have to currently be working at your center. If somebody left and came back, that's if they have an official hire date, a new hire date, then I mean that's a new hire date. So I would never be able to say anything about that. Also, if somebody like switched, so say they were working part-time and they switched to full-time, that they can't, their start date is going to still be the same start date. It's not going to change unless, your whole different entity, or I know lots of times, I have this with some churches, like the person's worked at the church for 15 years, but they just started working at the daycare center last fall. Well, then they're eligible because they moved into the childcare center and started working there. That's a whole different entity. I'm trying to think if I have any comments about this. I don't remember. Does anybody have any questions about this? Again, make sure you name your documents. No handwritten forms from the bank will be accepted. We have to have a W-9, a background screening, and a direct deposit form for your staff. And I'm going to show you in a few seconds, and that stops you. Like if you don't have those 3 documents, you cannot move forward. So it's not going to let you move forward with a fund request without having those documents. Again, I will say if you get their fund request submitted by midnight on the 30th, which is Thursday, I will do my very best to get them approved. I'll stay late if I have to, but we can make sure. And if your provider application has not been submitted, please do it today so I can approve it tomorrow. Then you can start uploading your stuff. We leave at 5 o'clock, so I will be out of here at 5 o'clock on Thursday. And anything that comes in as far as providers go, I won't be able to approve your application in time to get the staff uploaded. So just please make sure you wait. You don't wait until the very last minute. Any questions about that? Okay, so let me get this other document. Oh. Okay, so again, this is the application for WebAuthor. Does everybody have an application for WebAuthor? And Miss Evelyn, I'm going to talk to you when you're done, so don't hang up when the meeting's over, okay? We'll stay on. Anybody else not have their application submitted? And do I need to go over this, or does everybody have their application submitted and they know all about this?
I have mine in. I'm good.
Yeah, you have yours. Going once. Okay, let me get the power. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna go to it. I have my own little childcare opened on here so that I can use myself as an example. Okay, so this is what you see when you log in. This is what you're going to see. You're going to see the name of your center, and you're going to see educator director request. The other 2 are grayed out, and that's because we're not offering those this time. DELs, we're not offering those. We're just doing the retention and health and safety. So when you log in and you've got your application approved, you're going to log in. You're going to hit educator director request.
Sarah already did it.
Okay, and then here's where you would select existing staff, or you would add a new staff member. You would do this, you would click on both of these, or whichever one you want to apply for them. You can come back and do, like, if you, like I said, if you have a staff member that just started a month ago and they only are eligible for their recruitment right now, then you can come do the recruitment, and then say in May they finished their health and safety course, you can go back in there and do a second fund request for the health and safety. You don't have to worry about that. You can go back in there as many times as you need to. So, so I'm going to add this staff member, and I'm going to do recruitment and health and safety. So she's gonna be qualified for the recruitment and for the health and safety bonus. If that person wasn't in here, you have to go to add staff and you enter the staff members' information. It kind of walks you through how to do all of that. But right here where it says recruitment and health and safety, here's the 1,200. It's gonna ask, because there's an asterisk here, it's required. So you have to upload documentation of the 120 hours of employment. It will not let you go past here because it's a requirement if you mark that and don't upload a document. Same thing with the health and safety documentation. If you try to go through here without uploading something, it's not gonna let you do it. So you're gonna have to upload that DCF transcript. Same thing with the 120 hours of employment. When you add the staff member, if they're brand new, that's when you would have to upload their W-9, their direct deposit form, and their background screening. I have gone back in there and identified those and made them a requirement with a different place to upload each. I know last time there was some confusion, so I just wanted to make sure. And then once you upload those and you hit yes, right here where it says, do not sign on the behalf of that person, they want your staff member to sign this because they want to make sure that the staff member is the one that has registered themselves and they're getting the money. I know none of us would ever do anything crooked, but they want to make sure that, you know, you're not uploading 10 staff members in here getting the money and then they're not getting it. So that's kind of their way of safeguarding it. I have seen a couple times where it'll say you need double identification or something, and that just means because they think that you are signing for them because you're clicking, signing, clicking, you know, it's one of those things. If for some reason that comes up, this little, and it's in your directions, but this little button where it says sign via mobile external device, if you hit that, it's gonna send that person's cell number a link to sign. So you would put their cell number in here or their email address and hit OK. Then that would be sent to the staff member via text or email. They would click on the link, sign it, and then once you go back in here and refresh it, their signing would be here. And then you can move forward with answering the questions and signing for yourself. So it's kind of cool that way. It's kind of not, because I know a lot of you don't allow them to have their cell phones on while they're teaching or while they're, you know, in class. But you can do it later, but it's not gonna allow you to go any further without them signing. So maybe tell them, or maybe have them during lunch or that, just try to figure out. Okay, whoops, I'm sorry. Let's see. For the background screening. Yeah, so we want the actual childcare background screening that confirms they've never been, you know, charged with anything that allows them to work with children. That one that has those 3 questions asked on there, and it must be current. Miss Debbie, you asked if this is for new employees only. This is for, yes, anyone that started after July 1st of 2022. And then Miss Hill, you want me to go over the web author thing? I'll do that next. I'm gonna go there next. And then if the staff does not have a checking account, but they do have a savings account, we can use that as well. We can also do a check if we need to, you know, I mean, it might take a little longer because we have to send a check, and then check has to be approved, and then it has to be signed by 2 people. And then, so, you know, we can do a check if we have to. We can't deposit it in someone else's account. If their name would have to be on the account, but if they have a savings account, they can do that. I mean, a lot of times, you know, centers won't pay with the check. But if they don't have a bank account for whatever reason, we can issue a check. I just can't guarantee a check will be that they would get that before December, because it's a whole different process. Does that answer your question? Ms. McCray, did that answer your question?
Yes, it did.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm sorry that I'm the only one doing this, so I wasn't on top of that chat. I apologize. Okay, so once the staff member signs, then you're gonna go down here, answer these questions. Are they a Florida resident? Do they have sponsorship of your early child care program? And is the staff member still employed at your center? So it has to be yes. They can't have only worked there for a couple of months and left. And then the background screening, yes. 120 hours of employment, yes. And then you would sign here and then you would hit save. And then if you want to if you have another one, you would do save and add another, until you get everybody in. But just remember that you have to, whenever you do staff, add staff, update staff, you have to have that documentation with you before you can move through the process, because it will not let you move forward and actually submit a fund request without having that documentation for that teacher. Everybody good? Okay, so I'm gonna just go up this. So, okay, so this is the web author. If you're brand new, haven't done a profile yet, this is that part of applying, putting in your application. So if you guys have already done that, and you don't need this information, you guys can, I'll give you back some time in your day. I definitely am going to send you the recording, and I'm going to send you all this documentation via email as soon as we hang up. And of course, I'm here for any questions. Don't forget, Thursday is that deadline, as long as you get your application in and approved. And really, I mean, it just can't be on Thursday. Just, you know, you need to please get that application done today or by the end of the day tomorrow, just so I can have time to actually approve it and open it so that you can add your stuff. Okay. Okay, so this is the eligibility application that you guys would be filling out. I think everybody here, maybe Miss Hill, what school are you from?
The Oak Tree.
Oh, okay.
And we just submitted it, but I just want to make sure it was done correctly.
Oh, you did this today?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But if everybody else want to go, I can stay on if everybody's really past this first step.
Well, if it allowed you to submit, then like at the end you upload the W-9 and it got submitted. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that was the thing with the W-9, the staff W-9, or is there the provider I don't even know.
Okay, yeah, I see your application. Yeah, so it has for the application for the provider, it's the W-9 for the provider.
Okay.
So it's whoever's officially the owner has the tax ID number. That would be for that. And then that's what I would have to approve. And then once I'm done approving that, you get an email and then you can start adding staff.
Okay, so we need to go and make some changes. I'll do that.
Okay.
ASAP.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, looks like it's just pending. So I mean, everything was done, but if you're missing that, then go ahead and just upload a new one and I will
Yeah.
I'll wait for
The
that.
wrong thing was submitted.
Okay. Okay, we'll just go in and you can delete that one and add a new one. It's fine.
Okay.
So is everybody else okay with the web author thing? Yeah. Okay, well, I can give you guys back the rest this other 45 minutes or half an hour. And Miss Evelyn, don't hang up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, y'all have a good afternoon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
I'm here. You hear me?
Hey.
Hey, I went in and tried to sign in again, and it still gave me the same error. And then I went and tried to delete the password, and it said it didn't recognize it, didn't have no thing of Angel Faith, my email address. So I don't know what's going on.
So it didn't, I'm so confused. I don't understand. I
You know,
sent
I
a
had
message to
problems with
Web
it. Yeah, I went in there and I signed in and I put in my password and then it said it clicks to register and then I clicked on that and it said, you know, you already registered and then went and I tried forget password and when I did that it said it doesn't recognize the email address.
So weird.
It is, it's crazy. That because I thought you know I'd be able to start over, but it won't allow me to do that either.
Yeah, because I unlocked it yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
thinking that that was the reason, you know, that it was because it was locked, but and it has the angels.faith22@gmail,
Mm-hmm.
which is correct, right?
Mm-hmm. ANGELS dot FAITH22@gmail.com.
Yeah. I did actually this morning. I got your email when I got back from. We had a long staff meeting this morning. I got your voicemail. I'm sorry, and I
Okay, no
sent
problem.
a ticket to web author.
Okay.
Because I don't know, because you have staff member from the last round. I'm worried about trying to start over. But because that email is already in there, it might not let you.
Yeah, that's what
Um,
it's saying when I go to register. Like I was like, because when it said it's not email not found, I went in there like I was registered, and then it says it's already you already done signed in. It giving me
Right.
that area.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get on this now that this meeting's done. I'm gonna call them again and see if they can. I don't know if what we have to do is maybe with this old we just can't deactivate it because of the records. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
right.
how we can kind of figure out how to open a second one. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like you know, you have people from before. I don't want that to go away.
Right.
And even we have the right program here. Like I don't understand. Everything they've told me to do, I have gone in and done. So it's just not, it's weird.
And I done tried it on another computer as well, and it still won't let me get in on that either. I was
Right.
like, maybe it's my laptop, and then I went on another laptop, and it still wouldn't allow me to get in.
Yeah, I mean, everything is, you know, nothing's been changed on here.
No.
Okay. Do you have staff that you need to add by Thursday?
I had one staff, but I don't know. She called out, so she didn't come. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna do her because it's been 2 days. And I had a question about, because they said that the provider can do it if I'm teaching a class. So I
Mhm.
don't know, can I do it? Because that's,
You can, but when did you actually start?
I've been teaching a class
No, but
off
I
and
mean,
on.
when did you start at Angel's Faith? Like when was your
Oh, okay, I opened up in 22,
when of
in
22?
April. Mm-hmm. It was before July, July 1st, I think it was. It was
Yeah.
before July 1st. I opened up April 20 and 22, April
When did
18.
you when did you become contracted with us? Do you remember? It was the same time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all the same time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
So I didn't,
I can't do it for you because it was before June 1st of July 1st, 2022.
oh, anybody that was hired before?
And if
Okay.
everything is only for staff members started after July 1st, 2022.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you know, if you're not, the thing is you actually have until June 30th. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to get them in by the deadline so they can get paid for the holidays. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But if you're a staff person, if she's kind of flaky, then I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm not, I don't feel comfortable doing it.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna worry about it.
And you could probably already do it, and then she's worked somewhere else before and she's
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah, and
You know,
she's
that
probably
happens.
gonna, because they left another facility. Cause I
Yeah.
asked the question before, and so I'm like,
Yeah. Okay, well, good. Well, I promise you, I'm gonna contact them right now and see what I have to do, whether they have to, reset it or I don't know, something. It's just weird. But I'll get to the bottom of it, I promise.
so if someone else come in and they work, they're eligible for the
Mhm.
bonus if I hire new staff?
Anybody you hire from now until June 30th will be eligible as long as they've worked 120 hours. And they have a background screening, a W-9, the direct deposit form, proof of the 120 hours and or proof of the health and safety course. And even if they took the health and safety course, a while ago, they're still eligible as long as they started working after July 1st.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I had a staff that worked for me, they left for like 3 months, and then now they came back, I rehired them back. Are they eligible?
Yeah, as long as you have their start date, documented as after July 1st, 2022. Yep.
Okay, so the start date, would that be like hours worked, or, cause I use ProCare and I just put it in ProCare.
Yeah, so a lot of my centers use ProCare and they just
Mhm.
print off for me like the last 3 paychecks of hours or however many it took. them.
Yeah, that's what I usually do. The
Yeah.
hours, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And so
Um,
they'll be eligible for retention, the 120 hours?
Retention and the health and safety, as long as they didn't get it somewhere else. Like if
Okay,
they didn't
I
get
don't,
it.
yeah, they was working for me, so I know they didn't work anywhere else.
Okay,
So, and I'm not sure that person got it, so I'm gonna make sure.
okay,
Okay, cause she started, I think, before July 1st on the first round. But then I basically fired her. And now we hired her back, and
okay,
she came back. I had some issues with time coming in, so she started back. I hired her back.
okay.
So is she eligible, right? Is that correct?
Yep, as long as you hired her back after July 1st, 2022. Yep.
Yeah, it was just like 2 weeks.
Oh, cool. Okay, so as soon as she gets her 140 and 120 hours,
Okay,
then she's eligible.
and then she could do the health and safety too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Just make sure. All right. Well, you let me
Okay.
know if anything I need to do.
I will. Thank you
Okay.
so much. I'll get on this and
Okay.
let you know as soon as possible. Because when they give me an answer, I want you to try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just to make
okay.
sure it's working.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sarah.
Uh-huh.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right.